Molly.
And I'm Ben.
And we're going to read you some Harry Potter fanfiction.
Surprise!
Yeah, so normally Katie's with me, but tonight you get to listen to Ben's voice.
I'm really excited to be here.
What really happened was Katie came over and we recorded as normal, and then Ben went to edit today, and there was no noise when we played it back.
There was no content on there whatsoever. Come to find out, if it's not working, unplug it and plug it back in. It starts working again.
Yep. That's what we did.
Yep. Called our tech support, and that's what they told us to do.
All right. Are you ready for me to read you a Christmas story, Ben?
I'm excited. I have a glass of wine. I'm ready to hear this story again. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. So this is called The Best Time Ever. It was Christmas, and Harry was invited to the Burrow. Torn wrapping paper was strewn across the floor. Gifts piled, opened in corners and unopened under the tree. Harry was comfortably ensconced in an unoccupied corner, watching the festivities. So this is what Christmas is really like, he thought to himself. It was nice. Everyone was so happy. Ginny was playing elf and passing out the presents, a red and white Santa cap on her curly locks.
Curly?
Curly. She doesn't have curly hair.
I learned that last night.
You did?
Yeah.
Yep. Ginny does not have curly hair. Ron and Hermione were merrily arguing over some trivial thing while Mr. Weasley inspected the vacuum cleaner he had received. Mrs. Weasley was trying to stop the twins from setting off some mischief on Charlie. Harry thought the entire thing was the most beautiful picture he'd ever seen.
So, question. Was this like his first Christmas?
It doesn't say if this is his first Christmas, like, at their house, or if it's, like, just, like, a first Christmas for him in general.
Right.
Because in the very first book, they talk about how during that Christmas, that's, like, the first real present he ever received.
Okay.
And, like, he got presents because Ron wrote to his mother and said, hey, I don't think Harry's really going to get any presents for Christmas. He talks about his aunt and uncle, like, they're not going to give him anything. And so she sent him a hand-knit sweater and some of the cakes that she kind of sent to all of her other children.
Okay. All right. There's some interest with the gingerbread man here.
Yep. Some help from our friends.
Yep. Say hi.
Ginny came up to him with a lumpy package in green tinsel paper with a red bow on top. This one's for you, Harry. He took it, expecting the traditional Weasley sweater that he secretly loved, although he wouldn't tell Ron. To his surprise, the package was more substantial than that, landing with a weight in his hands. The family had paused to watch him open it, the same respect they had showed for all the other gifts. Harry carefully undid the sticking charm and set the paper aside to be reused for future wrapping jobs.
I feel like that's weird.
What is?
Reusing wrapping paper.
I agree that it's weird because, like, what if you don't have the same size presents next year?
Right.
Do you just have, like, a package of, like, previously used wrapping paper somewhere?
Maybe just reuse the same box?
Like, I understand the box thing.
Yeah.
Or, like, if you had, like, reusable wrapping bags as opposed to, like, wrapping paper.
Right. As a child, I did not carefully unwrap anything.
Nope. In his hands, he held a book full of pictures of all of his moments with the Weasley family. There was the picture of the Quidditch match they had had in the backyard, the picture of Ron with the garden gnome clinging viciously to his ear like Bill's earring, while Harry and the twins cracked up in the background. There was the picture of the explosion Mr. Weasley had created with the Muggle microwave. Harry looked up. It's wonderful. Oh, Mom, Harry doesn't know about the clock neither, Fred spoke up. George finished off and explained to Harry, Mom tried to add your hand on the family clock back in November, but the man only got to it this week. It will be back from the shop any day now. That gesture hadn't been just a Christmas present. Mrs. Weasley continued, We love you, Harry dear. Nobody's ever told me that before, he said. Completely overwhelmed, his eyes had filled up, and he was trying desperately not to embarrass himself and cry. Mrs. Weasley smiled. "Oh, come here, you." And she pulled him into a big hug, and the whole family piled on. Harry decided he liked Christmas the best. The end.
That's a pretty cool Christmas.
I feel like it accurately reflects how horrible the Dursleys were to Harry.
That's terrible, right?
Yeah. So do you have any other questions or comments about the story or anything else?
Yeah, I do. Have you guys picked out the next story yet?
We're working on it. We have a couple that we're kind of like pre-reading a little bit, but nothing solid yet. So you'll have this story for Christmas, and then we'll probably do another short story with Katie next week, and hopefully the first weekend of January, we will get back into our chapter stories.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll find something good.
Nice.
And next, you will finally hear the crop top story that we talked up so much in the last couple episodes, and then turns out it wasn't there. Ben missed the notice that he needed to add it, and we didn't listen to the episode and figure out that he didn't add it.
Yeah, so sorry about that.
So it's going to be at the end of this one this time.
Yeah, it's coming up next.
All right. This is Harry Potter in a crop top.
I am beyond excited.
This is great. You're just ready?
No.
Draco's mouth was watering.
Sounds accurate.
He was sitting in the Great Hall and he could not believe what he was seeing. Harry Potter was wearing a crop top. He knew the Gryffindor would follow the new trend. It suited him so well.
Why is it a trend for men to wear the crop tops all of a sudden?
It's the 90s.
True.
It
Never
was
mind.
a trend in the 90s.
Never mind.
It left part of his torso for everyone to see. His abs showing.
He would have those Quidditch abs.
Quidditch muscles. Wait, ready? The perks of being a seeker, Draco thought. Quidditch muscles. I love when they're Quidditch muscles. That's probably my favorite thing. Oh, this is even better. The trail of black hair traveling down to his crotch. He has a happy trail.
Oh my god.
This is amazing. Not only does he have Quidditch abs, he has a happy trail. Oh, the 90s. What a pure,
Oh my God.
What a pure time. Draco would love to lick that trail until he reached Harry Potter's pen. Why did he? I think they meant peen.
No, auto-corrected.
Yeah, to pen. What was he thinking? He was straight, and he had a girlfriend. Besides, he had no chances. If rumors were true, he had been with half the male population of their school, and he was dating the gorgeous Hufflepuff seeker, Cedric Diggory.
Oh, Harry's dating Cedric Diggory.
You know, I feel like
That's really why he thought about Cho Chang all the time, is because he wanted her boyfriend.
Uh-huh. The boy was walking down the main corridor, seducing everyone.
I mean, I feel like that's how crop tops work.
I mean, isn't that the point of wearing them?
Yeah.
To seduce everyone.
Yes.
Everyone knows the midriff is the
Most sexual.
portion of any human being's body. It's just a fact. Oh, this line. Oh, the bastard. He knew what he was doing. He swayed his hips, mesmerizing every boy and girl in the room.
Oh my god, I can just envision him sauntering about, swaying his hips.
It just keeps getting better. The bastard smiled, a lollipop against his lips. He then
Did he also kick up his heel?
moved his tongue around the lollipop, and everyone knew what Harry Potter had in his mind at that moment.
Now all I can see is him like leaning up against a table, popping up his heel,
Right.
wearing a mini skirt.
In a crop top.
Yep.
This is beautiful imagery. I'm really pleased. Draco realized that Harry was staring at him, and he was coming closer. Oh, all right. He could not believe it. The boy smiled at him. Hi, Draco.
I like your Harry voice.
Thank you. Hi, Draco. He said Draco could feel everyone staring at them. Without a word, Harry Potter sat on his lap, moved a bit, feeling Draco growing hard. This is amazing.
Oh my god.
This was just so good.
This took him such a turn.
Oh my god, but it's beautiful. I can't. Draco blushed and Harry giggled, knowing that he was the reason behind the blonde's reaction. Potter, what are you doing? Oh, just enjoying you, he said, while he put his hands on Draco's shoulders. I'm now confused as to how he's sitting on his lap. Like, did he turn?
Maybe? I don't know.
All right.
He must be sitting like sideways.
Okay, like he's side saddled on Draco's lap, and now he's turned. All right. Draco could not believe what was happening. Potter, this is not appropriate. I'm straight for Merlin's sake. In that moment, Harry moved closer to Draco. Since he was sitting on him, Draco's face was now closer to the border between the crop top and Harry's edible flesh. Yeah, they all say that. Harry laughed.
Harry.
This is not funny. Stop it. Besides, you have a boyfriend. Do I? Who is it? I don't know, Potter. Fucking Cedric Diggory, perhaps. Oh, yeah, that one. We're not boyfriends anymore. Wanna know why?
Your Harry voice.
I've made him a sassy teen girl in a movie.
I gathered that. I love it.
It's perfect. Because, I feel like this is how this Harry would talk.
It is.
Draco shrugged. Harry pulled his lollipop from his mouth and moved until his lips were touching Draco's right ear. The other day, we were having sex as usual, and he got angry because I moaned Draco. He didn't like that.
We were having sex as usual.
It's
casual.
Draco blushed even more now. Okay, maybe he liked Harry Potter. He placed his hands on the hem of Harry's shorts. Oh, now we know he's in shorts and a crop top.
Shorts and a crop top.
He didn't touch his skin. He did not have permission. But he longed for that moment. Oh, so considerate, Draco.
Yeah.
Way to go. Harry sighed and got off Draco's lap. Anyways, thought you might have been interested. If you want anything, I'll be in the library. I have things to do. Bye, Draco.
I have things to do.
He said, finishing his sentence with a wink. The boy left as he had come, with everyone's attention and hips swinging. Draco looked down at the table while he blushed. He then turned around and saw that Harry wasn't there anymore. He's going to call him Potter, but changed in his own mind. He shouldn't let the chance pass. So he just stood up and ran across the Great Hall to find Harry. He needed to kiss that crop top boy. The end.
Oh my god, I loved it.
That was perfect. Well, guys, I hope you liked that, because
Oh my god.
that was a joy to read.
I'm speechless.
It was way, way funnier than I thought it was going to be. I'm ecstatic.
Crop top and shorts, yes.
Yep, I think that was perfect. It's a perfect way to end this episode.
It really was. Thank you so much for joining us on our journey through the trap door.
Please leave us a review on Facebook or iTunes. It would literally mean the world to us.
It really would.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Through the Trapdoor 16 or on Twitter at The Trapdoor.
And please send us an email at throughthetrapdoor16@gmail.com with any story suggestions. And as always, join us again next Saturday as we travel through the trapdoor.